afternoon. My name is Gaul. I am the Youth Sports Director for the Gaul Recreation District. And we are today going to go over a topic that I know is important to many of you, certainly important to myself and to Julie as we start to divvy up teams and get things ready for the season. Topic we're going to discuss right now is on-time registrations. I know we get a lot of questions after registration dates, can I still register, things like that. I wanted to go over first kind of where you can find our dates in our registration process. The biggest ways that we will communicate these dates out to you, Facebook page, newsletters that will come, those typically will come either weekly or bi-weekly throughout the year, through our GRD website, and then also through postcards that are sent home with the kids from school now that they are back live in the classroom. So we really look at our registration process as kind of beginning a season ahead. And what I would mean by that is that we would be actually registering for winter sports while we are still playing fall sports. So as an even more specific idea, rec basketball registrations are actually going to begin September 27th and run through October 18th, obviously still while we're in the middle of our fall sports season. One of the biggest things that we ask for you to do, if you have any questions or think that you may have missed or there might be an upcoming registration, please reach out to us early. Don't look at saying, oh man, I think I may have missed that, and then reach out to us once it's too late. So the quicker we can get that stuff in the bud, the better. The registration timeliness and the registration process affects really all aspects of the season. If it's a sport that has evaluations, it can affect the timeliness of those evaluations or when we can hold those. The team and the roster distribution, the size of those teams. It can potentially affect how many teams we're enrolling in an outside league. As an example, with a volleyball team or a couple of volleyball teams, we're going to enroll them over at the YMCA. Of course, we want to have those registrations in a little bit early so we can communicate to that other entity how many teams we're going to have. That's going to affect scheduling for them. So there are things that it can affect not only just for us at the rec, but also for some of our outside partners. Again, the Ys being one example. Big one, which I know is near and dear to everybody's hearts that it definitely affects, is uniforms. So we get questions constantly. Are the uniforms in yet? Are they going to be here yet? When are the uniforms going to get here? One of the biggest things that affects uniforms is on-time registrations. So knowing how many late registrations we typically do get, it does give us pause as to when we are going to order the uniforms. Just so that everybody has a little bit of a heads up, we average about a 4-week turnaround on our uniform order process, which is pretty good. We can sometimes get it faster, sometimes again maybe a little bit slower depending on time of year, but that's going to be about our average. So that's one of the big reasons why we have that registration period so early before the season would start. So again, we want to help everybody as much as we can with the registration process. We don't want to turn people away, but with the registrations or with late registrations, there are definitely times where unfortunately we will have to say no. Again, those could be roster numbers being set, rosters being full, teams being full, uniforms already being ordered, schedules already being made, again, by other entities, if that's going to affect how many teams we will be enrolling, or games having already started. We will even get requests for folks to join teams even after games and leagues have already began. So again, we will do our best to accommodate all of those things. But just wanted to give everybody a little bit of kind of an insight or a heads up as to why we register so early and why that process is so important. Thank you.